PostgreSQL 19 release is here, and it is quite interesting, because Postgres is not only getting faster, it is learning to query relational tables like a graph, reclaim wasted disk space with less disruption, stabilize query plans, and remove application patterns developers have repeated for years. The headline feature is native SQL property graph queries. Imagine an application with users, teams, roles, and permissions stored across different tables. A user belongs to a team. That team has a role. That role has access to certain resources. Now you want to answer something simple. What can this user actually access? With relational SQL, you may need to follow multiple joins across users, memberships, teams, roles, and permissions. As the number of relationships grows, those queries become harder to read and maintain. PostgreSQL 19 lets you define a property graph over the tables you already have. Tables like users, teams, and roles can become vertices. Tables describing relationships between them can become edges. You can then query the path between them using SQL property graph syntax. The important part is that Postgres does not copy everything into a separate graph store. Internally, the graph is processed like a view over the relational data, so your existing tables remain the source of truth. This is not automatically a Neo4j replacement. Dedicated graph databases may still win for workloads built around deep, high-performance graph traversal. But when the data already lives in Postgres, and the real problem is unreadable multi-table relationships, native graph queries could save you from operating another database. The next feature fixes a smaller problem that appears everywhere. Suppose your application is creating a user. Every username must be unique. If the username does not exist, create the user, but if it already exists, you still want Postgres to return the existing user row. Today, on conflict, do nothing returning gives you nothing when a conflict occurs. So applications often perform another select afterward. Postgres 19 adds on conflict do select returning. One statement can insert the row or return the conflicting row and optionally lock it for an update. That means fewer database round trips, less application logic, and one atomic operation. Then there is repack. Imagine a large users table. Users constantly update profile information, settings, status fields, and other data. Because PostgreSQL uses MVCC, updates create new row versions while older versions eventually become dead tuples. Regular vacuum makes that space reusable inside the table, but it usually does not return the space to the operating system. Over time, a table can occupy far more disk space than the live data inside it actually needs. Vacuum full can compact the table, but it holds an access-exclusive lock during the rewrite. On a large production table, that can mean unacceptable downtime. PostgreSQL 19 introduces a unified repack command with a concurrently option. This allows a table to be rebuilt without holding that exclusive lock for the entire operation. You still need enough temporary disk capacity to create the rebuilt table and its indexes. But reclaiming space from bloated production tables becomes much more practical. And this is where Postgres 19 starts feeling less like a feature release and more like an operations upgrade. Auto vacuum can use parallel workers. Data checksums can be enabled or disabled while the database cluster remains online. New statistics expose lock activity, recovery status, and auto auto vacuum prioritizes tables. Lock weight logging is enabled by default, making silent database contention easier to catch before it turns into a full incident. A new module called PG Plan Advice also adds more control over planner decisions. This could help when a query that worked perfectly for months suddenly chooses a terrible execution plan. Developers get several smaller improvements as well. Group by all automatically groups the selected non-aggregate columns. Window functions like lead, lag, first value, and last value can now ignore nulls, and copy can export directly to JSON. JIT compilation is also disabled by default because its planner-based cost trigger was not reliable enough across different workloads. So, PostgreSQL 19 is not one giant reinvention. It attacks the places where real systems become painful. Complicated relationships, unpredictable query plans, table bloat, vacuum pressure, invisible locks, and unnecessary application code. PostgreSQL 19 is currently in beta, so this is something to test against copies of real workloads, not something to blindly push into production. But its biggest achievement may not be graph queries or repack individually. It may be how many reasons it removes for adding another tool to your stack.